Hey everyone, welcome to Just Another Effing Podcast. On the show today, we got Randy Orton's injury. We got news about Bryan Danielson. We got a story about Undertaker and cucumbers. What's the deal with Statlander losing? And we're going to talk all about MJF and the AEW predictions show on Just Another Effing Podcast.
Hit the music. Coming to you live from the FM Worldwide Media Studios, located in parts unknown. Just another effing podcast.
Hello, welcome to Just Another Effing Podcast. I am the patron saint of professional wrestling. I'm that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm Canada Dry, damn it. And today on the show, we have a guest host. Unfortunately, my regular co-host got stuck on an airplane, and so he's not ready to go. So we got the magician, Liam. Introduce yourself.
Of course, you all know me as the Magician. You can find me live on this channel every Saturday as we talk from wrestling fans from all around the world.
And we also have the awesome Twitter personality known as Georgia. That's her real name. And introduce yourself, Georgia.
Hey, I wish I had like a really cool intro like you guys have. I'm just Georgia from Twitter, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, so you have a lot. Like you're pretty big. We got 35 viewers right now, and that's a lot for what we have live. And we see Kyle. You know him. He's watching right now.
I love Kyle. Hi, Kyle. I love him. He's the best.
He is awesome. He's so supportive of effing wrestling. So I just wanted to actually, you know what? Let's show your picture that you did for your class this week.
Oh, okay. You're putting it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up. So this is, you know what? When I saw this, I was like, I'm so glad that George is on our show because I am a gigantic Bret the Hitman Hart fan.
Oh, that's so cool. Me too, obviously.
Yes. Where did you buy this costume?
I bought it from Amazon, and what was I say? Like, I had to get like a t-shirt to go under it because it came like an actual like singlet, and I was like, wow, this is definitely not going to be school appropriate, so I had to put on a t-shirt under it. Then I put it on, and it was one of those cheap Amazon costumes, so the material was stretched really, really thin, and it was like almost like transparent, so I had to put on like a bodysuit type thing underneath it. So a lot of effort went into this costume.
We have a lot of people. Do you know who this person is? Or
let me look. I don't know. I'm kind of new to like operating this thing, but I see people. I see people that I know. I'm really excited that people came and actually saw it. I hope I don't like put y'all to sleep. I'm not a pro podcaster or anything.
Well, you know what? Maybe next time you come on the show, you can have your intro ready. You can be like, you know, you can practice in the mirror. So something you posted when we got you on the show to agree to come on the show is you told us about the dumpster story. So I'd love to hear about that.
Me too.
Oh, wow. All right, I'll just preface this by saying that I'm a fairly forgetful person. And so I'd worn out a pair of jeans, couldn't wear them anymore. It really sucked. They were really good jeans. But anyway, so I threw them in the trash. What are you going to do with a pair of jeans like that, you know? So anyway, anyway, later I was getting ready to go somewhere, and like I said, like I'm forgetful, so I have to check after myself. So I was like, okay, I've got my keys, I've got my phone, here's my wallet, where's my bank card? There's no bank card. And I'm like, oh my God, where's the card? I tore up my house looking for it. I looked all in my car, couldn't find it. And I was like, where did I last see it? And the last place I had it was in the pocket of those jeans. And I was like, don't tell me I threw my bank card in the dumpster. Well, I threw my bank card in the dumpster.
Oh my god.
The dumpster, my condo complex, and I'm like really short. Like you probably can't tell from my pictures. I photographed tall. I'm really good at like that illusion, but I'm really short, so I couldn't like reach in and grab it. I had to like straight up climb inside that dumpster and find the jeans. I got the bank card. It was in the pocket, so that's a good thing. But I was like, it was pretty gross. Thankfully, it had been trash day recently, so I was like waiting in like nastiness. But the inside of a dumpster is never a pleasant place to be. I found out a lot about my neighbors. I found out like some of my and I climbed out, and I like a super super hot shower and felt really bad for myself.
That's an awesome story. You know what? Stuff like that makes people very relatable because we've all kind of accidentally thrown away something that shouldn't be thrown away. And we've all been in the muck and the mire. Something bad happens to us like that. And it's humanity, right?
Yeah, it is. I guess we all end up in the dumpster now.
The dumpster of life, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna move on. Actually, you know what? We have Kenny backstage, and he's going to come on a little bit later to talk about his segment. We've been bumping him every show. Hopefully, Kenny will be able to make it on today if we don't talk too much. This is Kenny.
I'm looking forward to
Kenny.
that.
And we're going to do next segment, and it's the news.
The news.
Where is my news? Oh, there we are.
From the four corners of the globe to your backyard, this is FNN, FN News Network, starring Canada Drive and the JFB.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the news. JFB is on assignment. What's this, the boss? You bring you on for one show and you're trying to take over.
I'm just helping, that's all.
The traffic out there is a doozy. We have our weather girl, Georgia, here. How's the weather out there, Georgia?
It's warm and sunny. Super nice.
Yeah, so look out your window. You'll know what the weather is. So today on the show, we're going to talk about Randy Orton's injury. Is it real or is it a storyline? Do you want to go ahead, Georgia? Do you know about this?
I don't watch WWE as regularly as I used to, but I had seen stuff about it on Twitter. I don't know if it's real or not. If it is, it's kind of crazy considering that he's been wrestling for like 20 years basically and hasn't had a major injury that I know of. So I'm not really sure. I hope it's fake. I don't want anyone to be injured, and he's doing a lot of fun stuff right now with the RK Bros stuff. So hopefully, I don't know. That's all my input on it. You can tell me more about it though, because I'm really uninformed.
Liam, can you tell us about the injury and tell us what your opinion is?
Yes, so I've posted an article on our website which said that he was going to be out for some time, and I can't exactly remember, but he's seen two specialists, I believe. So I agree with Georgia there. Is it real? I think it is, to be honest.
Someone's posting he has a long history of shoulder issues, but supposedly those have been fixed. Joseph Graham, he says it's a storyline. So we'll see. we have Brian Danielson. He came out and said why he signed with AEW. And apparently it's because he wants to spend more time with his family, and he gets to do what he loves, and he gets to spend time with his family, which is perfect. Like, how could you not want to do that? Your thoughts on this, Georgia?
I don't know. It makes sense to me. I think that probably he's under a lot less like rigorous, probably touring and appearances schedule with AEW than he was with WWE. So it's good. I know he has like, is it 2 young children that he has? So I'm sure he wants to spend like as much time with them as possible and with his wife and everything. So, and I love what he's doing right now. Like, I love the whole thing he's
I
doing
do
with
too.
Moxley. It's super cool. It's fresh. It's new. So I'm excited for him and what he's doing right now.
Liam, your thoughts?
I mean, like he's just George just pointed out there. I mean, he's a family man, so he's going to want to obviously spend a lot of time with family. We know WWE schedule's really absolutely bombarded with dates, and obviously with AEW, you really don't get as many dates. So yeah, it's kind of like a win-win.
Yeah, like the beauty of AEW, and I don't see why everyone wouldn't want it, because you only have to work a couple times a week. And that's like ideal. Like, I'm all about those short work weeks. So if I get a job that I can only come in a couple times a week and get to do what I love, that's ultimate. Moving along here, Georgia, have you heard about the Undertaker cucumber story?
No, I was, when you said that, I was like, the Undertaker and what? Like, please tell me.
Okay, so a few years ago, it came out. I didn't even know this because I reposted a story recently on fnwrestling.com about Undertaker is afraid of cucumbers. And I was like, what? I gotta find out more. And I did research, and for some reason, Undertaker is afraid of cucumbers. If someone has a cucumber, he'll leave the room, especially if it's sliced. And the late great Owen Hart was known to put sliced cucumbers in Undertaker's drink, and then he's drinking, all of a sudden it floats to the top, and Undertaker would be upset. He'd put them in Undertaker's boots, and then so he's squishing around in cucumbers, and then in the middle of a match between Undertaker and Owen, he slips a cucumber right in the middle of Undertaker's face, and trying to make him break character. So it's quite the story of Undertaker, and his daughter even slips him underneath his pillows. Everyone's bugging the Undertaker on these cucumbers.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
I don't understand like, cats are afraid of cucumbers, right?
No, I didn't. Like, I'm learning a lot about cucumbers today. What's the issue? Like, he doesn't like the smell or the texture? Like, what's
Well, Michelle McCool said that he must have had to eat a lot of cucumbers when he was a kid, and ever since then he just hates them. So
that's interesting. It's crazy. Like, the most like hardcore guy in terms of like staying in his character in the business, like this 7 foot tall, huge like monster would break character for a cucumber.
well, they could have had like a fun character, Cucumber Man, and have him break the streak, maybe.
Cucumber on a pole.
Yeah.
Cucumber on a pole. The next thing we want to talk about is Chris Statlander. Did you watch AEW Dynamite this week, Georgia?
I did watch Dynamite. I did not see Rampage because I'm not used to the new start time and everything like that. But yeah, I did see the match, and I was very disappointed in it. I guess a lot of people are disappointed in it. I love Ruby Soho. I was super excited when she signed with AEW. But at the same time, I wanted to see Statlander win. I love the way that she came back like so lean and so strong, and like her character's like changed a lot. I really wanted to see her like with that big kind of opportunity, you know. So I was definitely disappointed, but I'm looking forward to Ruby Soho and Britt Baker tonight, like especially if Ruby will win, so we'll see.
Your thoughts, Magician?
So obviously this was one of them matches where O needed it more. Some people will say Soho. I said Soho, but now obviously listen to what everybody's thinking. Yes, Statlander would have been better to win, but does that, as you mentioned earlier, does this make her look weak now?
Yeah, like, you know, you build up this, you know, like a little bit of a monster in Statlander, and now I didn't like the booking, the way they even had it. Like, they could have had her lose by like someone coming in and costing her the match, but having her shoulder all of a sudden give out, I felt it made her look like the old Statlander, and now all the buildup for her new character is completely gone. And so I hope they find a way to fix that. Soho getting booed at the end of that match spoke volumes. And I hope Tony Khan was taking notes, because my heart just sunk because I love Statlander so much. She's my favorite, one of my favorite stars, not even just women. It's like, she's just one of my favorite stars in AEW.
Well, we'll see, because I think in a way it got the crowd behind Statlander and the fans like Statlander in a way that maybe they weren't before, you know, so it could be a positive in the long run. You're just going to have to wait and see. But I do feel sure that whoever was watching the match is taking note of the fan reactions and stuff like that. And I think that typically AEW is pretty responsive to, like, you know, the fans' reactions. So we'll have to see where we go from here.
Next, we're going to talk about MJF.
Oh, wow.
This is what everyone's talking about. MJF. Yeah, we gotta. MJF no-showed the event last night, the fan event, and he was booked a plane. He wasn't on it. There's now word on that he is not going to be showing up at AEW Double or Nothing. This is a rumor that he's not showing. It could all be a work. Your guys' thoughts on this?
Can we just say that, first of all, I hope he's okay. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that he personally is all right. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes and stuff like that, like with him personally or with his family. Secondly, if it ends up being a work, I think a lot of people are going to be really, really upset, because like they paid money to go to that meet and greet, and then he no-showed. So if it's a work, even if they're getting refunded and all of that, a lot of people are going to be really, really upset, disappointed, all that. And if it's not a work, then that's pretty crazy, because if I were someone working at AEW, I would do just about anything to keep MJF in the company. He's a major, major star in the making, and he's a major, major asset to that company. So yeah, I'm interested to see what's going to happen tonight, because I was really anticipating this match between him and Wardlow. So we'll have to see if he comes.
Yeah, it's what do you think, Magician?
So obviously with MGF, I mean, we all know as fans, he knows how to play the fans really down to a T. Is it a work? I'd like to think it is, but of course, there's been a lot of reports he's not happy. So who knows? I mean, it's probably up in the air a little bit.
MJF is using this to further his heel antics? By Cooper, possibly. So we got a little bit of stuff to cover here. We're running late, so let's get on to what we call the joke of the week. The joke of the week is by Cooper.
What's going on, everybody? It's Coop, and here's the joke of the week. Why can't a nose be 12 inches long? Because then it would be a foot.
Oh, man.
God damn it.
So if you have a joke of the week, send it to either the Magician, myself, or JFB. We would love to have your joke. And now it's time for the main event.
Gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
It's the main event of the evening. We're going to be talking about AEW prediction show. This is so exciting. I'm going to be watching a fight. Liam's going to be watching the fight. Are you watching tonight, Georgia?
Oh yeah, I'll be watching for sure.
And you got to watch on BR Live. I'm guessing, right?
That's how I usually watch. I've heard some people use Fight that had different experiences with it, but I always use BR. So.
And let's get right into it. Our first match. It is Hook and Danhausen versus Tony Nese and Mark Sterling. Magician, your thoughts on this?
I mean, over the past couple of months, I'm a massive Danhausen fan. I know that obviously he's not really been 100% in the ring, but yeah, this is going to be his debut, and I'm actually excited because to working with Hook.
And who you picking?
I'm going to go Hookhausen.
Hookhausen. Georgia, who are you picking in this match?
Oh, it's Hookhausen. They're definitely going to win, but it's fun though. It's likely pairing, so it should be a fun match to watch.
I would have liked it if it wasn't Mark Sterling and it was someone else. A friend, Natalia Markova, she likes to use the word carny, and so I'm kind of picking it up a lot. I think it would be a little less carny if you had a real wrestler with Tony Nese. But that being said, it's the pre-show. It's for fun. So I'm going Hookhausen here as well. Our next match, we have Paige Van Zant, Scorpio Sky, and Ethan Page versus Tay Conti, Sammy Guevara, and Frankie Kazarian. Georgia, your thoughts on this match and who you picking?
I'm going to have to assume it would have to be Scorpio Sky and Paige Van Zant and Ethan Page that win that. I mean, he has the TNT Championship. It's her debut match, so they're going to want to make a big deal about that. And then, I don't know. I will tell you that I'm ready for this storyline to kind of play out.
I know, right? Like, come on. Sammy Guevara has been in the TNT title picture for how long? Like,
I don't know. You're right. He needs to do something different. Like, he's got to do something different than just title and something different than just like make out with his girlfriend. It's weird.
Oh, I'm so sick of Sammy and Tay. Georgia, I'm sorry, Magician, your thoughts? And who's going to win?
So I'm picking American Top Team. I mean, this is a team that has grown on me over the past couple of months. I'm not a fan of Sammy Guevara's heel antics. I think he's been in the picture for too long.
But he's the face. That's the problem. He's still a face.
Yeah, but I just don't think it's working. But I'm going for American Top Team.
I'm also going American Top Team. Noted here, Scorpio Sky said, if you don't win this match, you can never challenge. Neither of you can challenge for the TNT Championship again. And that's an interesting thing to move Sammy out of this. So that is an interesting one. As we talked about earlier, MJF and Wardlow, let's assume that it's going to happen. Magician, who you got?
I'm going to say Wardlow. I mean, this is the storyline which I've really been invested in because I feel like Wardlow the fans get behind him so much, and I just want to see MJF get the shit kicked out of him. No offense.
Georgia, who you got?
Well, it's got to be Wardlow. This is his big moment. This is what he's been building up for years and years. So I'll be happy if he wins, but in the event that somehow he doesn't win, I'll be just as happy if he signs a contract like directly after, if they come out with a clipboard and have him sign the contract. I would love to see that. So either way, I'd be happy.
Well, they painted themselves in a corner that the only way he's out of MJF's deal is if he beats MJF. So he has to win. So yeah, I'm going Wardlow as well. Our next match, we have The Jericho Appreciation Society versus John Moxley, Bryan Danielson, Santana Ortiz, and Eddie Kingston. Magician, who you got? And tell me why.
I'm going to say the Eddie Kingston team. I'm not a big fan of the Jericho Appreciation Society. It's just not working for me. And Bryan Danielson, John Moxley. I mean, there's a great team there. We know there's going to be
Hey,
violence.
look who's commenting. It's JFB.
He made it.
Hey, James. How's it going? Where the hell are you? And so who did you say you got?
I'm going for the Eddie Kingston team.
Oh, so he's waiting for the airplane to take off. So, who do you got, Georgia?
I don't really know. I feel like this could go either way because I really didn't I didn't really anticipate the Jericho Appreciation Society kind of getting as much traction as they have so far. So I wouldn't be surprised if they won and if there were fireballs and the wizard antic and all that.
I love the fireballs so much.
You like that? That is such.
I love it. This is I kind of based Canada Dry's character on Jericho, and then I changed it up to more me. I just love that zaniness.
Well, it's every time he does it, my Twitter timeline is half people who love it and half people that hate it. So it's kind of fun.
People are talking though, right? So that's the thing.
I mean, it's a very Jericho thing that it's classic Jericho. So
I'm a wizard.
I would love to see Kingston and Moxley and I'd love to see them win for sure. That's the team you want to root for just because it's them. But yeah, we'll see. That one's kind of up in the air for me. I don't know who's going to win.
I think it is going to be John Moxley and Eddie Kingston's team and Bryan Danielson. Sorry. I think that they've taken enough of a beating through this whole thing, and I think it will probably be Eddie Kingston pinning Chris Jericho in the middle of the ring.
That would be great.
Our next match is Death Triangle versus House of Black. Magician, what do you think about this match, and who do you got?
I'm really excited for this match because I'm a big, massive House of Black fan. I like the characters. I like the feud they've got. And I can see him defeating Death Triangle.
Interesting.
They need to come out with wands and dress like Harry Potter tonight. I don't know about that. Georgia, what do you think? Who do you got?
I don't know. I'm a big House of Black fan too. I love them, but I also kind of think the Death Triangle might come back tonight and take it because Phoenix is back from injury. He's kind of had his triumphant return, and Pac is there, which is kind of a big deal because you don't really know when he's going to come or not be able to come. So I don't know. Actually, I'm kind of thinking that it might be Death Triangle that wins this. Whatever it is, it's going to be a really, really fun. Anytime the Death Triangle matches, anytime the Death Triangle wrestles, I'm I just stare at the TV. I don't tweet. I don't really breathe. I'm just how is this happening? How are they doing that? So. Oh,
and they are also athletic and agile. I love it. But I think you got the House of Black. They still need that next big thing. So I don't see them losing. I see House of Black finding a way to win. And maybe, just maybe, Julia Hart is the one that puts them over the edge in this match.
Please let that happen. If that doesn't happen, if she doesn't somehow come into play with this, I'm going to be so disappointed. I really want Julia Hart to make the full goth cheerleader Megan Jennifer's body type turn. That's what I really want.
Oh, it would be epic. She wasn't with the Varsity Blondes the last couple times on Dark, so it could be waiting for that to happen. Our next match, we got Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa. I absolutely loved that promo by Serena Deeb where she was talking about how she had to shave her head, she had to put breast implants, all to please some perverted old men. And they still didn't give her credit. I absolutely love Serena Deeb. Unfortunately, I don't think it's her time yet. I would love a Serena Deeb World Championship run. She would out Charlotte Flair if she was the champ. Go ahead, magician.
I mean, as we've said there, the promo she did was absolutely second to none. Is it her time, as you mentioned? I don't think so. So I'm a big Rosa fan. I see her retaining here.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Thunder Rosa retaining. Granted, I've been kind of like dissatisfied with this entire like Thunder Rosa championship run. So I really want her to come out and have like the banger type of match that she deserves, because I don't think that they've really let her like perform as like a champion should be since she's won. So I hope this is like a really good match. They're both really, really good wrestlers. And I hope they give them plenty of time and put them on like a good place in the card where it can really be like this spectacular match that it should be.
I feel like Thunder Rosa isn't very good on the mic. I've noticed the last couple promos that she's done, especially the one before Deeb's promo, like it was just like, it was a bit of a car wreck.
Yeah, but I'm gonna interrupt you because I feel some sort of way about this title run for Thunder Rosa. But like on the other hand, like Deeb's promo that you're talking about had a build up. She had just finished a match. She just smacked what's his name, Dustin Rhodes in the face. Like there was like something to build off there. They keep just handing Thunder Rosa like a mic and being like, here, talk, here, like elicit some sort of emotion. And I don't think that works all the time with anyone, not just her, with anyone. She needs something to build up to, but they haven't even really been letting her like wrestle.
I think the problem is being a babyface champion today is extremely, extremely hard. Mm-hmm. It takes something very special for someone to get behind a babyface champion. And there really hasn't been that babyface champion since The Rock and Austin. And even them, they were kind of badasses. So the typical babyface champion, the chase is nice, but then as soon as they get it, people kind of like even with Hangman, it's kind of like he doesn't have the same support that he did as he was running against that championship.
Yeah. I guess we'll see. I don't know. I'm pretty sure Thunder Rosa is going to retain, but I just hope they do better by whoever leaves as champion.
Our next match, let's get into that. We got Samoa Joe versus Adam Cole in the Owen Hart final. Magician, who you got on this?
Ooh, this is a match where I'm really torn because I think both wrestlers are really good. I'm a massive Joe fan, obviously from his Impact days. Can I see him winning? I don't know. It's a tough one. This could go either way.
And so you got to pick someone. Get off the fence.
I'm going to say Joe.
Okay, you're going with Samoa Joe. Georgia, who you got?
I'm going to go with Joe too. He has the Ring of Honor TV title. It's just hard to imagine anyone that has the title like losing, you know what I mean? Like, so I feel like probably he will somehow win. And then I don't know. I mean, like Adam Cole's Adam Cole. Maybe he'll move on to something new now with Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly and stuff like that. So
I think what they were going to do after he lost to Hangman, they felt they needed to build him back up as a big star. So he's in the final. He wins it. And that brings me to our next match. Britt Baker versus Ruby Soho. We talked a bit about this earlier. I think Britt wins it, and I think that Adam Cole comes out afterwards, and they're both holding their Owen Hart belts or trophies or whatever it is, and it's the power couple for AEW. Your thoughts, Magician?
I fully agree what you've just said there. I mean, I know I said Joe, but now you've said that, I can see Cole.
Oh, I totally forgot you totally did yours already. Oh, no, this is the new match. Sorry.
Yeah, Britt's obviously one of the biggest women in AEW, so I can't see her losing this match. As much as I'd like Soho to win, I just can't see it.
Georgia?
I don't know. I feel like Britt Baker's gonna win because Britt Baker, and that's what she does. She wins. But I'd love to see Ruby Soho win. It would be great. I feel like she needs it obviously a lot more than Britt Baker. She needs a big win to kind of like put her back on track, because since she's debuted, she hasn't done a whole lot. So I would love to see her win.
Yes, that's a very, very valid point. Our next match is a surprise one that they just added. We have Darby Allin versus Kyle O'Reilly. This is O'Reilly's first big match in AEW, other than the tournament. I'm really, really starting to love Kyle O'Reilly. He's from my hometown here in Vancouver. I didn't know that before he came to AEW, and he can really wrestle. He can put on a show. That being said, I think Darby gets the win. Georgia, what do you think?
I don't know. I don't really know who wins this. This match was kind of a surprise to me. Like, I didn't anticipate this being added to the card. Like, when I was thinking about like last minute matches they might add, I was thinking like maybe they might do like, I don't know, a match with like FTR or something like that. So this was kind of a surprise. I'm gonna pick Darby to win it. I feel like he's the more obvious choice. I love Kyle O'Reilly. It would be cool if he would win and stuff like that, but I feel like he has more to do with like Bobby Fish and the faction that he's part of and everything like that than like really kind of an individual singles type thing.
What do you think, Magician?
Yeah, I agree with you both. I can see Darby winning it. Obviously, I'm a big Kyle O'Reilly fan as well. I mean, I think he's grown on me since he's been in AEW. But I think this feud, obviously, with the Bucks and everything, I think that's more going to be for him.
What is our next match? We got the tag team championships. We got Jurassic Express versus Team Taz versus Keith Lee and Swerve. What do you think, Georgia? Who's going to win this?
This is my match of the night. Like, this
Really?
is, yeah,
Tell
this
us
is
why.
I really want Starks and Hobbs to win. Like, Hobbs is my favorite wrestler right now.
Really?
Yes, he has everything. Like, to me, he's just on the precipice of being like a megastar. He has the look, he has the moves, he has like the sneer. Like, I love everything about Will Hobbs. To me, he's like,
That
what if
sneer. Yeah, that sneer isn't. People don't talk about that enough.
no, like it's great. I love everything he does. Like, every time he's on screen, like, I'm watching Will Hobbs, which is crazy because Ricky Starks can put one heck of a promo, but I'm still watching Hobbs. So I hope they win. I wouldn't be surprised though if Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland won. Wouldn't surprise me at all. I feel like obviously they're a huge team. Keith Lee's a big star in his own right and is amazing to watch, and Swerve Strickland's like the world's most charismatic person. But I do feel like there is a title change tonight. I think that Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy are probably going to lose to one of them. I'm hoping that it's Hobbs and Starks, but I wouldn't be surprised either if it were Lee and Strickland.
What do you think, Magician?
I'm going to say a Swerve and Lee to capture the titles. I mean, when this team got put together, I wasn't a big fan, but I mean, they really are growing on me. And obviously, Keith Lee's a big name in his own right. Swerve, I'm still unfamiliar with him, but yeah, I can see these two winning.
I'm gonna go Jurassic Express.
Wow.
Because their title reign's been a little bit underwhelming, but they need a big win. And I'm going out on a limb here, saying Brian Cage is going to return tonight at Double or Nothing, and he's going to cost Team Taz the championships.
I'll be so mad. if that happens.
But you know what? I was mad that feud between Team Taz and Brian Cage never had an ending. It just they kind of WWE'd it. I wish that it had an ending, and this would be a nice way to kind of cap it off.
Yeah, if it happens that way, I'll be mad. If it's like a clean win, I'll accept whatever happens. But if it's like a run-in type thing, I'll be mad.
Our next match, the Young Bucks versus the Hardys. This one's a tough one. Magic Man, what do you got?
This is my match of the night. I mean, when I was younger, I was a massive Hardy fans. So, and obviously the Young Bucks is like the Hardy Boys of today. So it's like old versus new. Yeah, I want to say the Bucks. I think that obviously it will be a great match. We're going to expect some high flying, but I won't be surprised if Hardys win.
Wow.
What do you think, Georgia?
I want to go with my home state heroes. I want to go with the Hardys. I'm a big Hardys fan. Obviously, you're from North Carolina. You're a Hardys fan. But I think one thing that the Hardys have done so far in AEW, or at least Matt has since Jeff is fairly new, has been like mentoring other teams and kind of putting over younger tag teams or tag teams that are coming up. Not saying the Bucks aren't clearly like a hugely like well-established tag team, like they've been champions everywhere they've been. So I could definitely see them letting the Bucks win and kind of like passing the torch, you know? So we'll see.
So who did you pick?
Who do I pick?
Who did you pick? Did you pick Hardys? Because you kind of flipped off on that one.
Like my heart picks the Hardys, but my head picks the Young Bucks.
So who's winning on your heart or your head?
Oh, the Young Bucks are gonna win. That's what I feel like they're gonna win.
You think the Young Bucks are going to win?
Yeah.
I think that it is going to be the Hardys because right now they need to sell merch. They need to put them all over the place. And I see the 50-50 booking. I see the Hardys winning this. And on a future Dynamite, you'll have the Young Bucks getting the revenge and picking up the W. So I'm going Hardys on this one.
Okay. Someone said that they want to see the Hardys versus FTR. Like me too. I'm gonna go.
Is this in the comments?
Yeah, someone in the comments said they want to see the Hardys versus FTR. I so badly want to see that. That'll be like a state holiday here in North Carolina. So.
Oh yes, that would be huge. Our next match is Jade Cargill versus Anna Jay for the TBS Championship. This to me is the most underwhelming match on the card. I see Anna Jay giving her a good fight, but I can't see it lasting too long. Go ahead, Magician.
This is probably the least favorite match on the card. I think we're going to see a squash match. I think, like you said there, Anna Jay is going to get a best shot, but I can't see Jade the losing.
Yeah, Jade's gonna win. Like, there's no. Jade's gonna win. I don't feel like there's been a lot of build to this either, so it's just kind of a foregone conclusion that she's gonna win. So the question now, though, is who will beat Jade? Because I don't know that I see anyone in the women's division.
Well, before Statlander lost on Rampage, I thought it was Statlander, but how do you come back from that kind of a loss to now defeat Jade when you can't even beat Soho?
I don't know, but who else on the card like has like the physical, like, I don't know, how would you say, the physical attributes to go up against someone like Jade Cargill? Like, I don't know if they bring in something. I'm wondering if somebody might not debut. There's a lot of women wrestlers out there right now that are like, free agents. So I'm wondering if maybe someone doesn't debut during this.
Yes, and now we got our last match. It is the main event that everyone wants to see. Hangman Adam Page and CM Punk. So we're going to take a little bit of time to talk about this because this is big. This is why everyone's paying the money to see this. Go ahead, Georgia. Give us your thoughts on this match.
It's a hard one to call because it could go either way, couldn't it? I kind of think that we see CM Punk win tonight. I think, he has came back and been such a star and still had all the same presence and all the same, athletic abilities that he's had now for like 20 years. I'm not tired. The crazy thing is that I've been watching CM Punk for so long, like so many wrestling fans have, and I'm still not tired of him. Like, and sometimes I want to be. Sometimes I want to be like, oh, I don't want to see, another WWE guy. Blah, blah, blah. I hear all those arguments, them all, but I'm not tired of CM Punk yet. I'm not tired of his promos. I'm not tired of his in-ring work, and I think he'd make a really great champion. And I love Adam Page, so it's hard to say that, but I guess we'll see.
Magic Man, what do you think? We're not just going to end it here after we talk about. We're going to talk about this further. So go ahead.
Yep, I can see obviously Punk winning. I mean, when obviously Hangman won the title, we were all super happy for him because of the storyline with Omega. I think that was great. But for me, his title run's been so underwhelming, and plus, obviously, Punk is a big draw for the fans. I think that will probably boost everything.
Yeah. To me, CM Punk, he's that big name, and you got a lot of money invested in CM Punk. So it's like in sports, you got the big money guy, you got to put him on the first line. You got to put it. He's your starting quarterback. All the things you got to put him in the right spot of the lineup for baseball. CM Punk is that name, and he's got to win the title. Personally, I've never been a big CM Punk guy, but since he came to AEW, I've been loving CM Punk. I didn't know how much of a Bret Hart fan he was, and just hearing him gush about Bret Hart makes me want to gush about CM Punk. Those tribute matches for Bret Hart, I absolutely love them. And CM Punk says, Bret Hart was right. He's always right. So moving with this, does Bret Hart show up tonight?
I don't know. I thought I had read some reports, and by read reports, I have seen tweets that Bret Hart had signed a contract with WWE, right? So I don't know that he shows up tonight.
Well, that's a Legends deal similar to, or merchandise deal similar to the one Jake the Snake has. So Jake's employed by AEW and still has a merchandise deal with WWE. So he is actually free to show up tonight.
Yeah, see, I didn't read that deeply into it. So if he would be free, if he's free to show up in other promotions, then I think he does eventually. And tonight's as good as any night with the Owen Hart Cup matches. And then, of course, I don't know if he would show up for Punk right now. I know he's managing FTR like in another like kind of like smaller promotion match coming up or something like that. I'd seen someone post about that, so maybe he does show up. It seems like he has like a good working relationship with people in the company already, and they sure have been dropping a lot of Bret Hart references lately.
Oh my goodness, yes. This is a shocker. FTR's not on the card.
Yeah, I know.
That's a little bit of a shocker, right? They're the hottest tag team in the world right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not on there, especially they're the Ring of Honor tag team champions, so I would have thought they might have put them on there, but maybe they do a run-in or something like that. Maybe after tonight they challenge for whoever wins the AEW tag titles and.
Well, they're going to be for sure at Forbidden Door. It looks like that. I think they're probably going to defend the guys who jumped them on Dynamite. So we talked about this on the show before. What we'd like, JB and me, what we'd like to see is we'd like to see a hug between Bret Hart and Martha Hart in the middle of that ring. I think that'd be so emotional, such a great moment to see them right in front of everyone, just hug it out, and I'm praying that that's what happens.
Yeah, that would be a beautiful moment for sure. So I guess we'll see. Now that you mentioned, maybe he'll show up. Maybe he will. Because I feel like somebody has to show up tonight. You know what I mean? And that would be a good time for it to happen, I think.
What about, as we're talking about surprises, maybe Bret Hart. Who else could surprise us tonight? Magician.
Athena, I've just seen one of the comments. I mean, I won't be surprised if she turns up. Gargano is probably another name. Is it Candice LeRae, if I said that right?
Kyle Prescott goes, I bet FBR shows up during the tag team championship match. That's a good point. I haven't been able to do the comments because I'm running the other thing, but now I can show your comments. So if you guys got something to say, let us see it now that I can concentrate better. Who do you think shows up, Georgia?
I'm kind of anticipating Gargano showing up at some point. He's been out for a few months now, and I know there was some anticipation that he was going to be the Joker the other night, and he wasn't. John Morrison, Johnny, whatever name he has. Y'all know he 8 million names I can't keep up. So maybe Gargano showing up at the end of that Owen Hart Cup final, maybe.
Yeah.
Because him and Samoa Joe obviously have history. He and Adam Cole have history. So.
Yeah, so either way, he could show up, right?
Yeah, he could show up.
Kyle goes, all I want is the summer of Punk, damn it.
Do we possibly see Okada? I've just seen that comment.
That would be insane.
Georgia, this person wants you to shout them out. Can you shout out Cyrus?
I don't know if that's pronounced Cyrus. I think it's pronounced Crixus or something, but shout out.
I don't know.
Hey, everyone. I know him. If I try and pronounce your handle, though, I'm going to mispronounce it, and you're going to laugh at me, but he's one of my friends. Twitter. I'm so happy that people came to watch this. I hope I've done good and sound like super knowledgeable about the rest.
Oh, you've killed it, and we definitely want to have you back.
Absolutely.
Gargano and Candice was teased with Sammy and Tay on the vlog. I didn't know that. Do you know this guy?
You got to give me the Twitter handle.
Yeah, who are you on Twitter?
Twitter handles. I have people's names without their Twitter handles.
George Penning, Le Disciple says, I'm out on a limb. Lots of new Japan guys showing up for Forbidden Door. Maybe Tana, maybe Okada, maybe Ospreay.
Oh, I'd love to see Ospreay.
I just want to see Okada. I've been waiting for him to show up.
Le Disciple says you're a keeper and you should be back every week.
Oh, thanks. I'll come back sometime.
Yeah, we'll get you back on a future episode. They said you carried the show.
I don't think that. I don't think it's true, but thanks.
No, but all honesty, everyone is coming to see you. And you know what? You have gotten us a lot of subscribers. So I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for all the retweets and all the promotion work that you've done through us throughout the week. Thank you so much, and it's the reason that we've had up to we almost had at one point we had 35 viewers or more during this episode, and it's the most we've had since Natalia Markova came on. So you're a big deal, Georgia.
Oh, I'm not a big deal. I just have a lot of really cool like friends on Twitter, so I'm excited to be here and talk about wrestling. You know, I'm on Twitter because I don't really know anyone personally that's super into wrestling, so this is like really fun for me to do, to actually talk about wrestling with people. So it's cool.
Donald Gold says he's got to run. I came for Georgia, but I'm going to keep listening to all of us. So thank you so much, Donald.
Thank you very much.
Kyle says George is the best, one of the best friends I've made on Twitter to the wrestling community. And Kyle, thank you so much for being part of the show. Kyle's been on the show many times, and we'd love to have Kyle back on as well.
I want to do a show with Kyle. I love Kyle. He's just wonderful.
Well, yeah, maybe we'll bring you on with Kyle next time.
Oh, well, that would be great. Kyle, let's do a show together. Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll rock the house with you and Kyle. Maybe when the AEW game comes out, that would be fun to talk about.
Yeah, not like super like video game literate, so that would be really fun.
You are super illiterate or literate?
Oh, I'm not. I'm illiterate in video games. I don't really play that much, and when I do, like, you know, I'm that person that like runs into a wall and can't figure out how to turn the person around and all that stuff. So, but I'll try my best.
And Kyle says, let's book this stuff. So yeah, we'll get Kyle on the show when you come on. So that's something pre-planned in my brain already. So I think we're gonna wind down here on the show. So we have a pro wrestling tee shop, and I just wanted to promote this because this is for charity. It means so much to a lot of people. We have a Black Lives Matter shirt, Black Lives Effing Matter, and all the money that is sold for this shirt goes to Black Lives Matter charity. And the main one we're focusing on is the people in Buffalo, survivors of the shooting, and their families will be getting all the profits from this shirt. So visit Pro Wrestling Tees /Effin Wrestling and buy that shirt. Buy any of our shirts as we have the Just Another Effin Podcast shirt, many other shirts. We have the Magic of Wrestling shirt, tons of shirts. We have a shirt for everyone and everything. Maybe we can make a Georgia shirt. How about that?
Absolutely. Just a quick question before we head off. So have you heard from Hulk recently?
Hulk Hogan, he was trying to as you know, he was running from me all last week. He wasn't answering my calls. So this week I did the same thing to him. He was calling me, he was texting me. I was ghosting him. So I didn't take his call. So that is Effin Wrestling 327, Hulk Hogan 0, Canada Dry out.
This has been an Effin Worldwide Media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Want to be part of the show and win some free swag? Go to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Effin Wrestling and click like and subscribe. And while you're at it, why don't you throw a tee on your back? Go to our Pro Wrestling Tee store at prowrestlingtees.com/Effin Wrestling. You can find all these links and more at our awesome website, effinwrestling.com. And as the JFB always says, you can't book it.
Thank you, everyone.